Hello students, how are you? I believe all of you are healthy and happy. Today we are going to get started with a short story written by Selma Lengalov. This is the chapter number 4 from Flamingo, The Rat Trap. Selma Lengalov was born in the year 1858 and she died in the year 1940. She was a Swedish writer whose stories have been translated into many languages. A universal theme runs through all of them. A belief that the essential goodness in a human being can be awakened through understanding and love. And because this is a universal theme that runs in all her creations, this story is no exception at all. In this story also, she is bringing forward the same theme, that even when a person is doing wrong, even when the person is wrong, even when evil is prevailing all around, still that essential goodness which is present in every human being can be awakened with the help of love and understanding. Moving forward, the story is set amidst the mines of Sweden, rich in iron ore, which figure large in the history and legends of that country. The story is told somewhat in the manner of a fairy tale. But before going to the fairy tale part, let's get to the title of the story, The Rat Trap. As seen in the picture, one rat trap is shown. Rat trap is a very common instrument used in our homes, and they are used to catch rats, of course. A bait is set. A bait is something that is very tempting. It can be cheese, it can be a piece of biscuit or chapati, food material usually. That food material is used to tempt the rat, and the rat is unable to see anything beyond that. Even when it is a cage and the bait is set on one side of the cage, in one corner, the rat is so much tempted to eat that pork, that cheese, that food, that it overlooks everything beyond that. It cannot see that there is a cage, and when he enters inside it, he cannot get out of it. The rat only realizes the problem once it takes the bait and is caught inside it. So this is how the story also goes. The bait is there, the temptation is there, the bait is taken, the mistake is committed, and then the rat trap closes. And the person inside that rat trap keep on circling inside it, trying to find a way out. But the door is closed. But the story is being taken up in the manner of a fairy tale. And fairy tales are very common. We have heard them, read them, enjoyed them. There is a small poem that I have taken up to talk about the fairy tales. Once upon a time, in a land far away, a girl kissed a frog that just made his day. Far across the town, Red Riding Hood took fright. She found a wolf in Granny's bed when she told her good night. Fairy tales, read them every day. Oh, what fun it is to hear how Goldilocks got away. Fairy tales, full of joy and laughter. Do you know how this one ends? Why, it's happily ever after. So coming to fairy tales, they are very common, as I said. They start off with once upon a time and ends with happily ever after. No matter how many problems there are, they are always get sorted out. And if there is nobody else who can help you out, there is always a fairy with her magic wand. The fairy moves the magic wand and whoosh, the problems are solved. So a fairy tale has all the elements of the conquering of good over the evil. This is the picture of the writer, Selma Lengalov. Some of her creations, the short stories written by her. and The Wonderful Adventures of Nils. These are only two of such books written by her, and the story is also the one written by her. Coming back to about the author. What a fairy tale is, because the last line specifically tells us that the story is taken up in a fairy tale manner. What a fairy tale is? A fairy tale is a make-believe story written for children about magic and enchantment, and it has that once upon a time phrase with the help of which it usually starts. It always starts, I think. There is magic also. The ending is happily ever after, so there is a happy ending. There are nice and wicked characters, of course, so it's not something very unique. It's not something very far-fetched. Because in regular stories, in regular life also, we have the nice and the wicked people all around us. And there is a reward for being nice, because there is a happily ever after, and the stories are there to teach us that one has to be good. And if you are good, you will get a reward. And in this story also, the person who was good got the reward. The theme given in the book says that the trap of material benefit that most human beings are prone to fall into. This is the basic theme, that how we instantly take the bait. Our greed for money, fame, popularity, wealth is so much that we don't look beyond that. We are ready to take the bait. We are ready to take the money, the power, the fame, and we easily fall into a trap from which we can never get out of. One which takes us away from humanity, compassion, love, and understanding. Human beings are such creatures. The story talks about this only, that how one, when finds wealth, power, money, you cannot say no and fall into that trap. The sub-theme of the story says that the human tendency to redeem oneself from dishonest way. Redeem means rescue. So even after all these temptations, the temptation of money, the temptation of wealth, the temptation of power, there is that human tendency that we always realize that something is wrong, we are doing wrong. And we try to take ourselves out of that trap. We try to keep ourselves away from the bait. We try to keep our characters sane and pure. So even after having malicious things all around us, we can always go towards goodness. We can always choose good over the evil. That is totally in the hands of the one who is looking at the bait and has to take the step forward or backward. And like in every fairy tale, we have the angel, the fairy with wings, one who takes away all the problems, one who solves the problems, one who teaches the human beings that what is right and what is not. But in real world, the angels exist. The fairies exist. They don't have the wings. They don't have the tiara. They don't have the magic wand also. But they have love, compassion, friendly nature, confidence in goodness. And with the help of their actions, they teach us that everything is not wrong about the world, that the world is not such a bad place to live in. So the story is going to be like that. It is going to be a tiff between good and evil, and we will see whether it's a happily ever after or not. And if so, then how it will happen. And I would like to end this particular introduction with this particular quote, that real heroes don't wear capes, they teach. Because I am a teacher, so I would take up they teach. We are going to teach you, the teachers. They teach you what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong. We try to stop you from taking that bait. The bait that can completely transform your character into something really bad and ugly. I haven't introduced the characters. I haven't introduced a storyline at all. I will take it up in the next video. For now, let us only roam around the bait, that is, only roam around the story. Not let's get straight away to the point. But you have to remember the theme of the story. So in the next video, let's get started with the text. For now, let us stop.